Hello. So I did my second chapter in the book. I got a headache from thinking and writing too hard and too much. But I had fun, but I guess me going back and editing stuff myself was more like a headache than actually getting the stuff out, because you know how to spell and you're smart, but your phone would do stuff like misspell words. I don't know if it's the phone technology or is it the perps doing misspelling. Wait till after you after you wrote something out and then end up misspelling on purpose to try to make it like you're dumb and can't spell, so that they can mock you. I've heard targeted individuals say that too, you know. So a lot of typos and misspellings that I had to go back and edit myself. But I'm sitting here like, well, I was in the dark writing, and I was actually scared, like feeling scared of the dark because of the stuff that I was writing. And like, even if it's a fiction book, it seems like as if you can quote unquote get in trouble for, speaking anything Masonic, But Freemasonry is all around us, And the cult that I grew up in was Masonic. And like, I don't have any concrete proof of the foster mom having Masonic affiliation, but I highly suspect that she does. The fact that you were abusive to us and got Foster Parent of the Year award despite being abusive to us, I don't get it, So, and plus, Fritz Springmeier had the the 13 Illuminati families, and they said all the Collins are related. Collins is one of those Illuminati family names, even though the Foster family had black in them. And they're, they don't like to identify with being called Creole, but I heard there's a such thing as Irish Creoles, and they're supposedly mixed with Irish, so that's why, some of the Foster family members are the complexion of white people with straight hair and blue eyes and stuff like that, but yet they say that they're black. So I'm just describing them, the fact that they said all Collins are related. And so I don't know if the foster mom is actually Illuminati bloodline, But the foster mom kept a lot of secrets away from us. But she supposedly revealed some things to my twin sister and not me. I was the one who's to never be trusted. And, so, I don't know. I'm just, trying to figure out answers and stuff. And, I had that falling out with that supposed other targeted individual for posting on my blog about that Kraft family's Masonic affiliation. The people who live right across the street from the foster mom, who the foster mom used to have them stalk and spy on us when we were younger. And right about now, John Kraft is the only family member out of that family who will still go back and report stuff back to the foster mom. The other family members don't do that anymore like they used to when we were little kids, But, John, I guess, is a man who just wants to be messy. That's a feminine trait, but I haven't heard any gay stories about him. But, you gossip like a female and make up lies and rumors like a female. It seemed like the foster mom kept us overly sheltered. And the only people who the foster mom allowed us to hang with was the Kraft family kids, like Lanika and Talisha and Danielle and all them from the Kraft family. Or fake cult Bible class members, in which none of those people wanted to be bothered with us anyway. As I said, with the high school graduation, I was only allowed to go to Shannon's graduation party from the fake cult Bible class, which I had a miserable time there, And, everybody ignored me. Nobody wanted to talk to me or associate with me. I was all by myself. I'm sent to a birthday party where nobody wants anything to do with me. And I was 17 years old, So, it's like, I heard that all cults have connection. I heard it was in the John Coleman, The Conspirator's Hierarchy of the Committee of 300. That book, I think it was, mentioned that all cults are created by the British intelligence MI5. I think I got that correct. So, the cult that I grew up in, the cult leader, Henry Clifford Kinley, from the fake IDMR cult, had connections and ties to the presidents and stuff, and they try to say something on the website talking about Henry Clifford Kinley had warned. They try to make it like as if, oh yeah, he warned John F. Kennedy. They're trying to say that he warned John F. Kennedy about his assassination prior to, and they try to say that, yeah, that's one of their cult words. Cults have special phrases and words. So they said he didn't take heed, that John F. Kennedy didn't take heed to his warnings, But I think it's a bunch of lies and bullshit just to make Henry Clifford Kinley look good, So, it's hard for me to try to get access to more truth to that cult. I was still blinded about a lot of stuff in the IDMR cult. Good. That's one thing. Me and my twin sister say that it's a good thing that we were never sexually abused in the cult nor in foster family, But we had other kinds of abuse that happened to us from that foster family, They were narcissistic enough that they thought that they were too good to molest us anyway, So, thank you for not molesting us. But we're fucked up in the head from your other abuse anyway, So, I don't know what that's like. They said that sexual trauma and abuse is the worst. But some people say sexual is the worst, and other people say spiritual is the worst. I would go with spiritual. But, that Lisa Rubin lady, she swears up and down that the foster dad, Al, sodomized us when we were 2 or 3 years old. And I said, well, if such thing happened, I sure don't remember it. And I swore up and down he did not do that, because I don't have any memory of him doing that, And so she laughed and said, you're not going to remember it, But she tried to tell me the Holy Spirit revealed to her that, she probably, I think she was a false prophet and just wanted to try to keep me scared and stuff like that. And she had her own little personal cult going, and I'm glad I escaped, even if it took for me to go broke and spend like $70 or $80 something on a cab ride. I don't remember how much it was, but it was almost $90 I spent on a cab ride to get the hell away from her. The last little money that I had, and then ended up on the streets for 9 days because they lied on me at the shelters. And, lied to me at the shelters. Excuse me. Saying, yeah, that's how some of these shelters, when I go, a lot of the times the homeless shelters lie and say that there are no beds. And I was pressing to get into the Salvation Army shelter in Greenville, South Carolina in 2016 because that church, now that was supposed to be a church, but it was ran by a rich woman. They claim to help the homeless, but they care more about the image of the church than the souls of the people. Try to talk about that it wouldn't be a good look for the homeless people to be sleeping outside right next to the church. Well, if that's supposed to be a place of God, then, a homeless spiritual Christian would feel comfortable and secure and protected by God. If that's supposed to be God's house, but come to find out that place was oppressive and Satan's house, and we would get jail threats from the church people themselves. I don't remember the lady's name that was the pastor of the fake triune place, but, they didn't really care about truly helping us, and the Salvation Army didn't either. And so, me being fear of being daily threats with jail by a black man named Don Austin in Greenville, South Carolina at the fake Triune Mercy Center. He was the facilities manager, and so they tried to lie to me and say that there were no beds at the shelter at the Salvation Army. And I said, look, y'all have a whole empty room right there. And that's when the girl got scared and gave me a room. And they tried to make it like as if they were making special exceptions for me, treat me like I'm the narcissist, and all they did was manipulate and play with me the whole time. And they said that the manager of the shelter named Rebecca Stone, then she got married, and I don't remember what her married last name was. But she lied and said she was from New Orleans just because she lived in New Orleans from the time she was 10 up until she was like during her teenage years. But she was not born. She's not a native of New Orleans. She came from California. And then she would lie to everybody saying she's from New Orleans just to look good, And so Rebecca turned out to be fake. And they try to say that she was a crack whore or a drug whore and stuff like that. And, like, Rebecca was trying to do stuff like take my money. And then she tried to take my money. Like, before I even got paid, she wanted to keep tabs and try to treat me like as if I owe her drug money. She approached me as if I owe her drug money. I never really been approached that way before, like trying to approach me like as if I owe her drug money. But it's supposed to be the rent money for the shelter. While Rebecca was trying to do like they successfully did to me at Union Rescue Mission, which I call Separation Torture Mission, in Los Angeles. And other places I lived at, try to nearly succeeded at trying to make sure they take your money for the month and then get hateful and throw you out cold on the streets. And try to manipulate a scenario on purpose to justify taking your money and keeping your money and then throw you out on the streets with nothing, And I'm the doggone troublemaker. I'm the one who doesn't want to follow the rules. Well, me having these, I have to have these, So, they put so much pressure on me and very abusive. And so speaking of homeless shelters, I know I talked about homeless shelter experiences. I think that was earlier this morning. And so one of the ladies who was one of the leaders positions of Union Rescue Mission, Separation Torture Mission in Los Angeles, Akila Manuel Mills. I went and, out of curiosity, I went and tried to look for her Facebook, and lo and behold, she's supposed to be a female reverend serving the Lord now. For me to talk about her and my experiences with her and my experiences at Separation Torture Mission, Union Rescue Mission, that's another video. But let me say this. Guess what I saw Akila doing? A picture of that. I screenshot it too, but I didn't upload it anywhere. But I'm like, well, what the hell? You say you serve the Lord, even though you're in... People say that it's rebellion for a woman to be a preacher or whatever is a rebellion against God. And it's Jezebel's spirit and witchcraft. So I saw that lady do that devil horns hand sign. And I'm like, no wonder she was narcissistic, cold, and cutthroat and abusive. And I saw her LinkedIn resume where she had nothing but management positions. Nothing but being a manager and supervisor and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, this bitch is a narcissistic abuser for sure, you know. So, her ministry needs to be shut down. And all these other people in their fake ministries need to be shut down. So, I mean, I didn't really get to talk earlier today about my little lunch experience, so I guess I'll probably hold that off till tomorrow. I need to let my sore brain give it a rest after writing my books and stuff like that, you know. So, I mean, me working on the book. So I'm done with chapter 2. And if y'all want to look at it, you know, I'm going to post the link at the bottom. As I said, I'm afraid I might get in so much trouble talking about my books. I mean, you know, even the fiction book, you know. So, I know I need to pray more heavily about this, you know. So I'm about to take me a shower. They hit me with the doodle weapons, so I have to go make diarrhea. Yeah, I'm being graphic because that's what y'all doing to me, and I'm just verbally documenting the nasty stuff, you know. So I have to go potty like it's 1999, and then use the bathroom. I'm sorry, then take a bath, and then go to bed. I'll take a bath and wash my hair and stuff like that, you know, and go to bed. And guess I'll continue working on the books tomorrow. I'm trying to not give up, trying to stay strong, trying to keep pressing, trying to keep moving, trying to not give up on, you know, being stressed out and being upset and depressed and everything like that, you know. So, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Bye.